Donald, the youngest boy, just a little kid, he went tearing in the house, Mommy, Mommy, Mommy. Said the cat's hatching some kittens. Mr. Vic didn't like them cats, he didn't want them kittens.
What did they do with them?
We boys carried them out there in the lot next door, and he didn't have no more kittens.
Well, you remember Christmas morning,
Away with the kittens.
how we'd have to wait sometime till 5 o'clock before Daddy let us go in.
We had to wait till all the grandmothers folks came
Well,
over there.
to carry them from every Christmas morning. They weren't married and they lived, of course, with Grandma, but they came to our house every Christmas morning. And of course, Daddy would get up real early and build a fire in the living room where we had hung our stockings. But we couldn't go in there until Allie and Carrie got there. And sometimes it was at least 4:30 before they'd get there. And they would blow a whistle, a horn. You remember that?
Yeah.
We could, just before they get to the house, they'd blow a horn, little toy horns. And when we heard that horn, we'd get so excited. They'd come on. Then we could go in to see what Santa Claus
remember
was.
hanging up stockings.
I don't remember hanging up
stockings.
You
I don't
don't?
think we ever hung up stockings.
Maybe we, that was before
We
you.
We just had
Stockings,
all under the Christmas tree.
Well, we used to
On the
hang
mound.
out.
We used to have a big bag of apples, big bag of oranges, big bag of things.
Well, this
We
was
didn't
before
find
you
it
could
in
remember, I
stockings.
reckon, but we'd pin our stockings together with a safety pin and hang them on the side of a chair.
Mhm.
Don't you remember that, Wayne?
Yeah, I remember how you used to stockings.
That was when we were little.
They put apple and oranges down in there, and these old chocolate things, piece of chocolate candy about that big around at the bottom, and they tapered up. Wasn't a pyramid, but they're round on top.
And
Chocolate with a cream.
bunches of
green
nuts.
on the
Nuts
inside.
we used to call nigatoes. Remember those?
Oh yeah, those Brazil nuts.
And those dried grapes on the vine thing, just off
Those
the
dried.
And they'd have a box or
And we
something.
get one
Stick
toy, maybe two sometimes, but one or two toys, that
We
was
always
it.
got toys, we didn't get clothes, that's what they, Daddy
Yeah,
always
but
said.
by the time 7 children had 2 or 3 toys, that was a lot of stuff on the tree.
We got a bicycle one time, Tommy and I together got it.
And
I'll never forget that.
Daddy believed in toys for children, but he was bad to wait till the last minute. And the year I got the doll carriage, he waited till so late and had a time finding the doll carriage. And finally got this great, big, nice, gray wicker. You remember?
I remember.
I don't know whether that was the year I got the doll. You told me it was ugly. It looked like it had cat eyes. And I just remember crying about that doll. But that little old Dickens child, big old fat baby, I used to ride that baby in that carriage. And then broke it down, riding that baby. But it was a nice big carriage.
You can't miss this, Joe.
Joe can't take over.
We'll talk about you if you leave.
Be on a good subject anyway, won't you, Joe?
Prove it over what you wrote, wouldn't it?
Is he going to bed every?
It probably is.
Remember the time above Hawkins, on Hawkins
Still here
Avenue,
now?
Frosty.
Yeah.
They were building that road, paving Hawkins Avenue or something, and we were supposed to go leave the yard. We didn't have a railing fence around the front yard up on Hawkins Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
Fence around there, and we weren't supposed to go out that fence, you know. We could go there and look over the fence and watch them working. But anyway, Frosty went out there, and he went down further and was watching him. Anyway, Daddy got him and whipping him. And he was there whipping him, you know, Frosty. I gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee. And Daddy said, well, go on and pee, go on and pee. I'll never forget that. Go on.
We had a great big yard, and it was all fenced in, and we didn't go out of that fence unless Mama or Daddy told us.
Oh, and I remember that.
The other children would come there, that's where we usually played, and the other children would come there to play, and that seemed to be the headquarters.
They had this
This was
a
more
big
of
cement mixer, you know, that, with a pan out there, and they'd roll wheelbarrows up there and throw the sand and the gravel in it, and then this thing would lift up and dump it in this big old hopper thing. And that thing fell down one time and on a man, killed him out there. I'll never forget that. Right out, so almost in front of the house.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember a terrible experience when those men were killed in the mine.
Oh,
boy.
And they carried us to the funeral.
that was
Can
in
you imagine?
27,
A
1927.
lot of the
How
miners
many
were
was it?
killed.
53,
53 killed?
53. But I was working at Acme Drug Store then, and they two funerals on Mr. Miller. And they sent me up to Mr. Miller's. They sent me to Mr. Miller's funeral home about noon that day with 2 chicken salad sandwiches and a milkshake. I never forget that. Carried it to
That's
Mr.
all?
Miller. And I went in there and went back there and had that long room, and it was men laying all along there. Some of them were red, some of them were black, burned, just all over that place. And and there was one up on the table, and he was working on it. And he sat down on that table beside that man. I'll never forget. He took that sandwich and just peeled the paper off of it and ate it. And drank
That wasn't-
milkshake.
E.H. Frazier, wasn't it?
A.K. Miller.
Oh, that was Miller.
Oh, Mr. Frazier, he was the man. He was a young fellow. He was an embalmer and worked for Rogers. And he worked with us boys, played with us, played ball, you know, and he was a regular fellow. And Charlie Rogers, you know, the man that owned the funeral home, his son, well, we piled around him. It's the gang of us, all in school together. And one day he says, come on, let's go down to the funeral home. The man down there got killed with a wood saw. So we go. Old John Vick was with us. Had a Baby Ruth. I never forget. One of those big Baby Ruth. He was eating that thing. And we went in there. Of course, we went right on back to the barn. Charlie's right on with us. We went back there. And there was a table. I saw sheep laying over the floor. And Mr. Frazier, he was back down at the end, back over there. So I walked around there to go back where he was. And he was back at the sink, and he had the man's head back there shaving him.
Oh my God.
So we came on out. We got out, and old John still had that Babe Ruth in his hand, and we got looking out and said, "You still eating that Babe Ruth?" And he looked at, and he threw it away. You remember those bird songs, fellas that they killed out there?
Fred Ward.
15 turned off number 1. They cut her off at filling station one night, and the man shot them both and killed them, and he had them down at Charlie. Let's go see them. They got shot. Let's go see them. So he went. But Charlie was a cat. I remember when the Vicks, right after they moved there. And Charlie lived up at the corner, you know, well, where the Vicks did. There's a hill coming down the sidewalk over there, and Charlie had a bicycle. He was coming down that hill one day. I don't know, he must have forgotten he didn't have a rear fender on the wheel. Anyway, he's flying down that thing, and he went to sit down, but he didn't sit on the seat. He went back on that wheel.
One time we went down there, they got on the train, down there in front of the house, you know, it runs behind our house, it was right in front of it. Anyway, he got in the train, it was standing there still, got on one of the box cars, and while he was in there, the train took off. And when Ms. Rogers had a fit, they couldn't find him and knew that he'd gone in that train. They got him, but she really had a rough time there.
Somebody rode that bicycle down that sidewalk over in front of the Vicks and onto the Porters. You know where they lived? Well, that street wasn't paved, it went on across there then. There was a ditch there, and it had a board about this wide from the sidewalk over to the dirt road that they'd walk across. Well, some boy had a Sears Roebuck bicycle, Hawthorne Flowers. Hawthorne Flowers. Had a brand new one. And he had somebody sitting on the bar, you know how they ride somebody. And they came down that sidewalk. going across that board and missed the board. And that thing went in there and it just folded that front wheel back up
Oh,
under
my
the
goodness.
seat almost. It just had to, it just got it. I forgot who that, I don't believe that was Charlie, it was some other boy. I can't remember who it was.
You remember Edwin Neal, don't you?
Yeah, lived there beside of us. Yeah.
Came over there and ate all the box of candy, probably trying to sell for the school.
Mm.
Yeah, they had a little Bantam rooster too that came up and would come over and fight our chickens.
You don't you remember one time she was there by herself and she was so frightened, she came calling Mama, she thought somebody was under her house. And Daddy and Uncle Joe went over there, Uncle Joe had his walking cane, they went over there to see one, and we found a little calf under her house and knocking around under their boxes and jars and things.
Houses that used to be under pen, you know, and just.
Mm-hmm.
But she was so frightened. You're somebody.
That little old Bantam rooster with Neil would come over there and fight our chickens. Plywood fence, you know, something like that. And I chased him out, and he got there one time and fighting. I never forgot, I picked up one of those old light things that you put up on the wall and then screw a bulb into it, a Bakelite, a ceramic thing, you know, and screw a bulb. I picked up one of those things and threw at him and hit him just a square in the back of the head. And that he fell over and floated 2 or 3 times. And boy, that scared me. I picked that rooster up and carried him down there to that pipe that runs under the railroad. Threw him just as far up in there as I could. And they never did know what happened to that rooster. And I never did tell them. I don't know what happened.
So you must have hit it.
I don't think it was that. But as far as I know, he's still under there. But I sure ain't killed that rooster. Well, that was a long time ago.
Did you ever try to rig chicken there?
No, I shot several with the rifle.
I got so I could ring the net good.
Mother
Mother
used to try to
used to
ring it. She got them around like this and threw them out, the chicken take off.
I didn't, that wasn't my,
All you gotta do is just tighten down on his head and do it like that.
Yeah, Mother always did it.
Yeah.
I remember the first rabbit I ever caught in a rabbit box when I was a kid. I picked up the whole box and everything, carried it home, and then Mother to take it out and kill it.
Oh,
When you
The first one.
tell them about when Graham went hunting with Frank.
oh, you tell them about that.
You tell them, cause you remember it.
That was fun. He had a boyfriend named Frank, and he was going hunting, and he also had a dog. His dog was named Frank, and he went hunting, and he came in, Mom and Dad were there, and I happened to be there, and I think that was all, and Graham was
I
just,
remember that.
do you? Graham was crying, wringing his hands, and he'd shot Frank. And they want to know where is he? Have they ever heard of him?
Left down the woods.
No, he was bringing, he was
Right.
carrying.
Did
He thought, I thought you were bringing him to town. But everything Daddy would ask, it could be his friend, the boy. And I was thinking dog all the time. Daddy and Mama were thinking the boy. And Mama was just wringing her hands and just, oh, she was just in hysterics. And Daddy, he was just so upset, they were just almost frantic. I think Graham had shot his friend. And I couldn't understand it. And I finally said, well, I just don't see why all this carrying on over shooting the dog. And they looked at each other, dog! They were so relieved. And they just,
And then Graham was upset because it didn't seem to bother them that he killed his dog.
then Graham did start crying. Were you there? You were there? Yes, I remember. Don't you remember how Frank?
Yeah,
It was
they
a
were
terrible
just having a
experience
fit.
for
I
a few
didn't know
I remember that
Couldn't figure
afternoon.
which
They
one.
asked
Graham went to his picture
He
show,
can-
tried to get his mind off of it, and the picture was about a little dog.
Remember every Saturday, after we took our bath, we'd get a dime for the show, a nickel for popcorn. We'd go downtown and see
See the continued picture.
see the show. And we'd see it 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And they'd have a serial every Saturday, and just at the close of it, you know, the man would be driving over the cliff, or a big train would be coming, and you had to go next week to
That's
see.
right.
That's right.
Had to go next week to see what happened.
But we had 15 cents.
Frosty swallowed his one time.
Yeah. Mama called the doctor and said, well, you just wouldn't go to the show. No damage done.
That dog, you were talking about Frank, that belonged to Mr. Fisher Makepeace,
He gave it to me.
and he gave it to you.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Makepeace.
At first it was yours and Mr. Makepeace's dog.
It was a little old setter. And I carried that thing out, training him. I take a hot dog, cut up little pieces of it, throw it out there, and he started out all the holes on it, then the hole. He's gonna eat it, but I wasn't so spanking. You know, do it again. And I kept doing it. Finally got where when I said hole, he stopped. And then I'd go ahead and let him eat it. And I finally got where I could do that and tell him to hold it. And I'd walk on off and go on, get on out of sight. He'd stay there and hold it. I'd come back and give it to him, then tell him to get it. And then that, I had bought a pump shot gun. That's when I shot him. That's what he used to. He ran over some birds and got them up, and I shot at them. And then when I operated the thing, I still had my finger on the trigger, and I pulled it back and it went off and shot him.
How old were you?
How old was I?
Remember how old you were at the time?
Oh, I don't know, 16, 18. Somewhere along there, maybe. I don't know. No, I don't know.
But do you remember that I was the first child that had roller skates? Mama was always so afraid we'd fall and break
some after you
break a
did
bone.
that.
But Tommy bought me some roller skates. Mama would never let us have such a straight one. We'd break a bone, and Lee was stayed at a rest station and fell off the footstool, broke her leg.
I know why. I had some on one time coming down Hawkins Avenue, by Mr. Gavin, coming down toward Chisholm Street, just flying. Front clamp came off here, and I was all over that road. I got it through. I didn't have any kneecaps. I didn't have any. My pants were tore out. Everything.
You're about like Mark on his skateboard.
Oh boy, I was in that. But there's about this. We used to up at the Gavins. We used to get an old woman's purse and tie a long string to it, put it out in the street, and get back in the bushes. And the car would come by and stop, and reach out and get it, and then jerk it out of the way. But we did that to one fella, and he came over to me and said that was the best trick that had been pulled on him, and he gave us $5. Yeah. I heard of this other one, this pocketbook laying out like that. These fellas put a black snake in it.
Uh-oh.
And it was out in the country. And this car came along and there's 4 colored fellas in it. And it went by and it stopped and it backed up. And backed up there and said the back door opened and a long old arm went out there and got it back in. And said it went on down the road and the curve down there. Said, got just about to that curve, so all of a sudden all 4 of the doors flew open. That car went right straight up in the ditch.
Oh, man, that was so.
We had some time with that.
Tell them about, since it's about Halloween time, tell them about what you used to do with Halloween. What was it you put on the porch?
I think it was Mr. Strong's house. He was over on Indoor Street or somewhere. He would always chase them. I would run everybody off. He sneaked up there with a bunch of dirt and put it all over his porch. And he took his hose pipe and squirted it, you know, got it wet, and then took a stick and rang his doorbell and took off.
Who did that?
Some boys. And,
That I know he should.
he came out there, and opened that door, hit the porch, and just threw it on.
We had a,
That was funny, wasn't
we
it?
had a Rotary Club secret pal one time, and,
And set it afire.
you were supposed to do something for you,
He come out stomping.
supposed to do something for your Rotary pal in secret, you know, not let him know about it. And, bring it to the next Rotary Club meeting and tell what your pal had done for you. And, they did some nice things, you know, one of them got a box of candy. His secret pal had given it. One of his and had some, horse fertilizer. He said, "Oh, I got a horse, but he got away."
What was it about the bag, Grant?
He had a paper bag with the fertilizer in it too. And he put it up on the doorbell, up on the front porch. And take the match and set it fire. Let it burn and ring the doorbell. And then come out there and see it and start stomping us out.
Did you do that? Did your mother find out?
Oh,
They didn't know anything about trick or treat.
they won't know.
They just Oh, they were just,
I never heard of treats till I was
well, with the
grown
way you
man.
behaved, I can see why. Now, I want to give you a treat.
Lots of times you come downtown and find a 4-horse wagon up on top of the courthouse. I don't know why in the world ever got up there.
Oh, they
Well, did your mother ever find out you would do all these
Yeah, I
things?
put the pretties on
They
top.
knew somebody was doing it.
Pretties
Did
and
you ever get in
rockers.
trouble?
Miss Frida Demick, you remember her? That old Model A Ford she had, Ford coupe, and somebody whitewashed that one Halloween. It was as white as snow the next morning.
You remember
Model A
Nettie
Ford.
Rigsby?
Yeah.
That old car, she drove that old Buick one, the old one. And she'd go chuckling there. And some of the boys were walking to school one morning. She came, slowed down, asked them if they'd like to ride. And they said, one of them said, "No, thank you, we're in a hurry." Get
And Charlie Riddle was on Cleveland Park one time. He was over there and did something all running and running behind the houses down to where it circled around to the other street, and he hit a clothesline. Cut him up. Like that old farmer running down to the outhouse and fast as he could, and he hit a clothesline and fell. And he was laying down on the ground tapping his finger. Oh, I said, I'd never made it anyway.
All that happened before you were born?
Yeah, I was too young to know about
Well,
it.
Dad, did you ever do anything like Uncle Graham?
No.
No, that's like that because one time I was there and they said, "All right, Ernest, time to go to bed."
No.
And keep telling him time to go to bed. And I'm going to bed. Right now it's time to go to bed. And you go over and start upstairs, stomp, stomp, stomp.
Tell me what would he done to you if you done that?
If it's been me a long time, I said, if I'd been his daddy, I'd say, "Come here, boy. I'll wait for you to go up there."
Ernest, you remember the hot dog stand? I think he used to be the one that sold them. Mother gave him
I don't know, I
biscuit
mean,
with
we
force them and put onions in them and make paper money. And we played with us, Dot Fox and you and
Betty Stonebanks talked about that. Now, when did she play with you?
Well, she came over and played with us. I remember.
Didn't she go to school down there one year?
and she was in your room, wasn't she?
She's about my age.
Yeah, about your age. I can't understand why she
But
went
we
down
used
there
to
one
do, we
age.
used to.
Graham did that for
Ever
everybody.
Eunice?
Hmm.
No, I didn't.
room enough to make the playhouse in the flower house. Every
Oh,
summer,
yeah,
you-
we used to play movie stars. Joan Crawford, Let's Time Be Clara Bow, and we played movie stars.
We were Tom Hanks and then
well, Ernest,
Duke
you
Gibson.
played
Sure
Robert
used
Police with us. We had the jail in the coal bin. You remember that? Did you play?
Yeah, you're supposed to be reminiscing. Mhm.
I know you
Tell us
played-
about it.
had plays, and Mary used to prom plays, and all the
Yeah,
kids
all
would
the
come.
neighborhood.
See, you were entertaining way back then.
I wasn't entertained, I was directing the play. Is that right? Yeah. And we had a play, and had seats in it, and all the, Miss Vick and all the neighbors came, and we put on the play for them.
Did Uncle Graham charge him?
Yeah, we made money. We charged them, and I forgot what we did with the money.
There was always something going on at our house, and you should.
Oh, yeah,
I
things
remember during the
happen,
war when, one Christmas morning, last time I came over there, she said, I just wanted to come somewhere where I knew there was some life going on. Said, of course, Dan was overseas and so many of the boys were gone. Said, I just wanted to come somewhere where there felt like there was some life and some Christmas spirit. So she came over
And
there.
she used to talk about those family pies.
Yeah.
Mama made a big old pan.
They're round pan,
Yeah.
this deep,
Yeah.
round.
And she'd put any kind of fruit or berries. We called it family pie. That
Put
was
pastry,
good.
and then put the fruit, the sugar on it, and put a layer of
Fried
pastry.
apples sometime, wasn't
I remember her coming over there one time
Put
and
the fruit with the sugar
asking
and
Mama,
butter.
Miss
Well, you
Rice,
remember every
don't you all
summer
ever
I-
fuss?
We played Snake in the Gully and all that out in the front yard till dark.
Yeah,
The whole yard would be full of children.
Yeah.
Playing.
And then
Giant
it get
step.
dark with chase butter, lightning bolts.
Yeah.
we'd play giant step.
Yeah. Giant Step.
You ever heard of that?
Take two.
How do you play that?
You line up and you say,
Like Simon Says?
I'm not sure.
Well,
You
tell
say,
them different steps to
take
take.
a giant step, take a baby step. And you'd have to say, may I?
Yeah.
You
That's
got
like
to say,
Simon-
may
that's
I?
like Simon
And
Says.
then they go back to
If
the
you
Start
say
over.
may I, you couldn't, you
Right.
have to go back and start over.
Yeah, that's like Simon Says. And if you didn't say, if you would just say, take a step, and if they took a step and they were out, you'd have to say, Simon Says, take a step.
And that's,
And then when it was hot, daytime, we sat on that big porch and played Monopoly and Rook.
Graham, you're a little rascal,
well,
weren't
you'd
you?
have paper dolls.
Oh, I played paper dolls.
I'd left
They
home,
had to go
I
to
left
paper
home
dolls
when they
by
were doing a lot of
the
that.
hours.
Oh, did
Put
you?
up
I left
our
home
houses
before
with paper
Ernest
dolls to eat at least
got
today,
out
so
of
it's
grade
like-
school, I read.
Hey, you need it. Yeah.
I left
This
at
was on.
So
36.
you left and came
36.
back, finished school. Tommy graduated from Chapel Hill. You and Frosty
36.
graduated from high school, and I graduated from grammar school, all the same year.
And I left that fall, went to Chapel Hill.
But I was just wondering if you needed it during the night.
And worked over there a
He
year.
worked
and
at
then
Chapel Hill a year, and then he went over to
Then he went to
St.
Raleigh.
Oh,
You went to
okay.
Raleigh
Well,
the same year I
I
was.
think I
Thirty-seven.
can turn it off tonight, just so we'll forget it.
Yeah, that's not. How about just showing the tape from our other reunion? Okay.
And then, did you add this to it?
I'll add to it, and I don't know whether I'll have time tonight or not.
Okay.
I'll add.
Oh, you got it? You got it?
Let's see,
Well,
It's 9:45.
There's about 2 years difference between all of you, and so that would be, you're the baby.
Right.
Yeah,
So that Lillian would be 10 years old.
You were born in 14, weren't you?
Yeah.
And Mary Ann's wasn't until 17, so 3 years there.
Tommy in
Tommy
12,
was born
and
1910,
Lillian in 10.
Lillian 1910, Tommy 12, Greg 14,
She's 16
Mary
or
Ann
17.
17, and Frosty 19, Ruth 21, I was 23.
And there's two in there.
Pauline would have been 20, is that right? And Rebecca Jean, 24.
Rebecca Jane's the one who went to grandmother's and came back home, all of us went to grandmother's, and then we came back home the next morning, there's a little casket there, about this long, little white casket. And she was in.
She had a violet in her hand.
That was that little bitty thing, the casket I remember, it was that long.
And I was at the age I was so excited about having you baby. And I came running down the steps. And the first thing I saw was that casket in it. And it just broke my heart. I just cried. They had a time with me. I remember Mother Coy took me over to her house and gave me breakfast, and I had a boiled egg. We never had boiled eggs.
What did she die from?
She didn't live but just a few hours. But see, nobody told me. I didn't know anything about it.
Or something, there was too much going on already in that one time. We had some good times and some uphills and downhills. I know the time, the first summer, Mama's mother and Uncle Joe came to live with us. And Daddy moved out, we went to Hawkins Avenue to have room for them. Left Grandma's and aunts down there. And that summer, Uncle Joe had typhoid fever. Tommy had typhoid fever. Graham had typhoid fever. Mary Eunice was born, and Grandma died. All that, just about the same time. One after, Daddy and I were the only ones that weren't in bed at one time. We had to have a nurse there at the house, and Daddy had just bought that house up there, and he couldn't keep it. He had to sell it because it was just more than he could handle. Had to keep a nurse there, and those typhoid fever patients had to change linen every day, and it was just, it was a real rough time. I was supposed to start into school that fall, and nobody had time to get me started school, so I didn't start until Christmas, the midterm. I started then. But I went on up to the second grade with my class after that, after a year though.
Well, I was so young that Mama didn't go to her mother's funeral because I was too young.
Then,
I faintly remember her mother.
I
Wore a
just,
long black dress.
yeah, and had white hair. I don't remember that. The only thing I remember there said, somebody said something about a few something, and I remember asking her, how many is a few? And she counted on her fingers up to 6 and said, now that's a few. That's about the only thing I ever remember her really saying. I was just kidding. But anyway, things have a way of working out. Daddy got the house over there and built it later, which was much better than the one that took over.
Hank Boykin did it. Hank Boykin and his son built the house.
It cost $2,500.
$2,500.
Turnkey.
So that's what he borrowed.
Turnkey job, $2,500.
$2,500.
It turned out a little smaller than Daddy intended because Daddy told him the size he wanted for the room. Well then, when he built it, that included the thickness of the walls. Daddy meant to have that much inside the room.
But that didn't include the plumbing. It didn't have a finished bathroom. Because it didn't have the sewer line out there.
How long was it
Not
before it
then.
was put in?
I don't, it wasn't too long.
It wasn't long. I don't even remember not having it.
I don't even
I will remember putting the line down out there. Putting that
I remember
sewer line down in the
the
street.
road was torn up
Yeah.
when they paved the street out, paved the
But
road.
then that was after they put the sewer line down.
Well, we have a lot to be thankful for.
You can see,
Used to have-
last year and year before now.
Well, I think maybe it's too late.
Oh, that doesn't, will take long.
10 minutes.
We don't
No,
have-
it's
I
not.
don't think we'll have too much.
Well, it's up there if y'all want to see it.
What is it?
Our other reunion.
It was in the morning and we got down there and we rushed to see who could get on that slide first, you know, the slide out there in the water. She slide there. And I won. And the sun had been shining on that thing for a while. And I hopped on that thing and came down. And boy, I like to flustered myself. I hit that water and I know it sizzled. That was hot. That's the hottest place I've ever been, I think. That's a hot place.
I remember telling Marjorie we was going to a Sunday school picnic down at Lakeview, and we'd have tomato sandwiches and banana sandwiches and pineapple sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
She couldn't believe it. She'd never heard of any of those.
My
She
goodness.
said, well, didn't they get soggy?
We used to,
And he said, yeah, that's what made them so good.
we used to, you know, they used to have it homecoming out at Cool Springs once every summer. And Mother and Daddy'd go out after church. They'd go out there. And we boys would walk out.
We need dinner.
Yeah, for the big dinner after church. Well, we boys would walk out there and get out there in time to eat. And man, that was something. They had a big old tub, the old wash tub of lemonade. I mean, old lemons would be in there, you know, where they squeezed them, and big chunks of ice, and all the lemon pith and all would be in there. And man, that was good. Cold. And get tomato sandwich and,
Well, I thought we
Piece
went
of
down
fried
to the
chicken.
spring.
huh?
We went down, they had a spring.
Yeah,
down
they
there.
had a
We used to go down
spring.
to the spring.
We didn't drink that lemonade out of the spring. But
Drink that
Get
in
a-
the tub.
get a piece of fried chicken and a tomato sandwich. And I know what
Chocolate
I got. By mistake, I got a peanut butter sandwich. Boy, I ate over to the bushes and. But Lord, cake and pies.
We'd sure get down there playing with some other children we hadn't seen in a long time, and we'd hear Mama calling, she'd send somebody down there, "Oh, honey, come here," and we'd all, wouldn't want to go, but we would, and she'd say, now, she'd have cousin somebody here, says, now, this is cousin so-and-so, this is Lillian, she's the oldest, this is Tommy, he's the, and she'd have to go there to show all the children off to cousin somebody, and then we'd all go back to play again.
Oh,
Those were great days.
But now it's almost in town.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
In fact, that's a pretty exclusive section of town out there.
Oh, yeah, it was a pretty built off all the way down
Yeah.
there.
Remember when
And that used to be way out there.
had
Okay.
the automobile accident, and
Yes.
Daddy stayed
You
away,
remember old
afraid
Hobson,
to move,
Hobson Cooper?
afraid to break mother,
Right.
and
I
I
had
came
to-
in early the next
I was in
morning.
the scouts and I was a senior patrol leader. We carried them on a
Car turned over and nobody
weekend
was
camping
out.
trip one
I
time.
haven't seen that.
And we went out down right where Cary is now, down Wilkins Low Ground. That's where that is.
I don't even know where she
And,
is.
well, that was Wilkins Low Ground. There was a big old red barn out there. Anyway, we went on down there and went over in the ways. And just as we got set up and cooked supper, that time we just finishing. Man, you never saw such a black cloud come. See it lightning back over there and thunder, and man, it was black. So we said, we better get out of here. So we went back over there in that barn, that old big red barn, and got up in the loft of that barn. There's hay up there and all, and we stayed in there that night. Just as snug as bugs in a rug. And it rained, boy, it poured rain and poured rain. And hear something up there, and shine a flashlight up on the rafters, see a big old rat running around. I don't think they did a lot of sleeping that night, but they said Mr. Cooper was out there on the road, riding up down that road all night looking for us.
Is that right?
Yes, but we had that time. And that was right out there where Cary is, and where that. Where she is, Okay, we talking about camping, okay, over here on Raleigh. The scoutmaster there, we had a trip planned, a weekend camping trip. It turned cold. It was in basketball season already started. November already was. We had one planned for one weekend. It turned cold Thursday. We were going Friday and come back Sunday. Well, I started calling the boys. It was so cold, we better call this thing off. So all of them agreed except two. It was two of the boys, old Bill Dozier and Bill Moxley. Oh, they wanted to go, want to go, want to go. So we went. The three of us. We went out there at the lead mine from Raleigh, before you get to Crabtree, out Ridge Road, which was a dirt road then, and it was on that creek that comes out, runs through Crabtree. It was way before we got to Crabtree. And we went down in there, I had that old Model A coupe, with a trailer behind it, and we just load all the stuff in there and take off. And we drove right on down there to the creek. And we spent the night there that night. And I never forget, the state was playing Villanova. I had a little radio, I had a mountain tent, one of these little things that was closed up at each end, had a bottom on it. And I got in there, I listened to the ball game. It was, I was warm, plenty warm in there. Those two boys had a little pup tent they were in. But anyway, I turned that radio on the next morning when I waked up, and the man said it was 17 degrees in Raleigh. So I don't know what it was out there on that creek.
Wow.
we were. But I got up and got dressed. I was warm, had to take off my clothes. I just had my underwear on, and my socks and my boots, and my shirt was down in the bottom of the sleeping bag. Of course, they were warm. I put those on. They was all right. And got dressed. I got out. Well, those boys, they were still in their sleep, and they had taken their pants off that night and put them over the tent, that little pup tent. Just laid them over that pup tent. I picked those things up, and they were just like a piece of tin. They stayed right with me. Where's the tent was over? I just threw them in there on them boys. And anyway, they finally got up. And everything was frozen. Water, eggs, potatoes, everything we had was frozen. And tried to build a fire. They'd get some wood, but every time you stick a matches on it and build the frost off of it, it wouldn't burn. So finally had to get some big piece of wood, split it open and get the wood out. But we finally got a good fire going and had some breakfast. We got on all right. But it was cold that morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
We came home Saturday afternoon. And I forget old Bill Dozier was getting wood, and there was a bed, I reckon it was a pine or something. He went over there, a little thing about so big, but it was long, tall, bed. He went over there and looked up at it, and took it and shook it like this, and it, plopping it, it broke way up there. And I reckon a 10-foot piece fell down right beside him and stuck up in the ground.
boy.
We had some good times scouting.
Well, if Grandma thinks that anybody that wanted to do anything with you had a good time, whether it was the Boy Scouts or anybody.
Oh,
There were those little cousins that used to come and visit, and they always wanted to go where Graham was. I always wanted to follow Graham around. They were from Georgia somewhere, little girls. They were cousins. Some of Cousin Richards,
doing that. J.R. and Williams.
all those, but it was their cousins. It was another one of the Rice grandchildren. They always wanted
She'd
to
been in that drinking water out of the commode.
Oh, Deacon, have you? We smell.
Did you hear her? She wanted a drink of water.
You went and got you some, didn't you?
Down at Pop Shop.
Oh.
It might be closed.
Did you drink out of the toilet, Deacon? No?
Of course.
Kiss me.
Will she shake your hand?
Sit. Sit. Shake. Shake. And she usually gives you a...
Will she do that for me? She wouldn't. I tried to shake her hand the other day.
ringing that doorbell.
Sure she will.
She shakes left hand.
She shakes left handed.
Like we
Mom
do.
and Dad taught her.
Dad King's taught her to shake.
No, that was Mom and Dad.
No,
Did
Dad King's with a hot dog.
Y'all not left-handed, are you?
Did you have her trained in it? or
Remember?
just-
I
Right,
thought we
they
taught her when
They
we
taught
kept
her
her
while
from-
we were at school, while I was at school in Lake.
Remember with a hot dog?
Oh, well. She can do it.
Ooh.
Deacon?
at their either 50th or 60th wedding anniversary celebration. Of course, there's Uncle Graham, Aunt Ruth, there's Judy, there's Tammy. Doesn't the table look pretty? All the food looks good. Gordon and Violet O'Brien came for the celebration. A lot of grandmother's friends. There's Julie in the background, and Tammy, and Aunt Ruth, and Mr. and Mrs. Hutchins. Grandmother's passed. Oh, there was Aunt Florence. There's Mr. Hutchins. Uncle Ernest talking with Mr. Hutchins, our grandmother and granddad's pastor. They both look mighty good, don't they? And there's Uncle Graham and Aunt Julie and Frosty. There's Diane. There's Ann Glass, cousin. Uncle Graham and Grandpa. There's Aunt Edith. She always does look pretty. Murder Ray and Mary Eunice having a good time. Edith again. Here comes Douglas. My, how tall he's getting. And Laura Pomerantz talking with Diane. And there's Tommy. He's in the background. There goes Murder Ray with Sammy. And Tammy looks a little shy, doesn't she? Uncle Ernest and Uncle Hoyt and Aunt Marjorie and Mary Eunice. Certainly was a happy celebration. Sammy and Tammy looking at the food. Oh, there's Aunt Lillian, Aunt Ruth, and Frosty, Murder Ray, Aunt Lillian. There's Charlie, Sammy. There's Uncle Graham and Tom. I think I saw Uncle Joe in there. Yeah, there's Uncle Joe. Wayne, Ernie. George. Hey, George. There's Charlie again, and Uncle Joe. And Tammy. Tammy and Sammy, they're having a big time. There's Frosty. Aunt Carrie came. There's Grandmother and
We
Julie.
start going around the kitchen, it gets hot. All that, we got to sit up. Put that over.
That's where it's
We'll try not to hold that against him.
in our household, we just use stronger than I think, and Alan Tammy's fiance is a strong state fan. They are so funny. But he will pull for Carolina.
George has in the past, and the same in South Carolina.
Well, you know what I mean.
Carolina played the Russians, they pulled for the Russians. Now, that
That sounds like Mount Mars.
Did you know that?
With Carolina.
But no, variety's all right. Variety's all right. If they were all on one topic, it would be well read, but probably boring.
What deal?
The whole family, you know, bring the kids and everything, so the kids
Well, I bet that might be it. Something like that.
We always.
Well, I tell you, I read one.
That's a lot of hassle.
Well,
Missing generation. My children do not know the Carol. I don't know
Jennifer doesn't know how to talk on either.
Now, in that movie, it had several.
He's got,
I'm not gonna sit
I don't know, twins.
you know, what they were doing, they were looking. Well, what about you, Mr. Bush? You're taking her up to Mars Hill, and now she's decided she ain't gonna go to Mars Hill?
Yep.
Mars Hill decided to take her one next to Little City.
It wasn't enough.
Going to that den of heathen there. It's,
Well, at least I'm gonna get her in black and gold one way or the other.
yeah. I know the guy that used to be the mayor of Boone. He built him a house right out on the golf course, right overlooking one of the greens. He and several other men got together business.
You never know, sometimes I am.
Built the golf course, and he put his house right there on the green. His son built right next to him. He was the mayor, he was a lawyer up there, and then when Dan K. Moore became governor, he brought Wade Brown down to be the commissioner of corrections or whatever it is, one of his political cronies that he had to pay off, so he took him down there, but,
Morning, I'm sorry the rest of your brothers couldn't come with you.
I just sat down.
Bill, we need that chair over here.
Okay. The chair's got a match, see, Bill. Have a match. Done Diane's house, man.
Like to have it.
Marcia contributed those.
With everybody
No, just me, Mom and Dad, Mom and Beth were there, and then David and Becky came in.
I'll take one of these now and come back.
Yeah, in about 10.
When you started saying, Bill,
We're all
make sure you get
sure
one.
they will.
They went up to Virginia.
Yes, I saw him walk up.
Look at him eating it first.
They're far enough away, I think, that I know the time to get to them.
You saw this little pecan pie?
We're trying to see three of
Oh,
them.
that's where they all went, huh?
Just trying to find out if you like it.
Yes, still deciding.
Third one didn't taste as good as the first one.
Marty, I want to hear about all your family. Did everybody get to Charlotte? Yeah, Charlie and Tina are in it. They look like they both
They moved. Nowadays, it's not, there's no smaller function now. You got a good bunch of kids, basically, or you got?
Yes, I've been present since the second year there. And
They don't act like
overall, you just got such a vast majority of good kids. I have been in those situations where it's the first season. You spend all your time dealing with tough kid situations. You don't get to enjoy the nice
Yeah.
kids, but that's really has to be. We've got some tough kids to deal with, but they're in the minority.
You deal with that better, you can't do it all the way around.
I can walk the halls and talk to kids and enjoy them, and they can, well managed. Schools support well, those are very
Demanding and, yeah,
but yet they.
at least they're concerned, yeah. I know that makes a lot of difference.
The kids are pretty much a pleasure. That's a good fact. You teach forestry.
Well, I did up until last May. This is our 10th year there. And the program had been going 1 year when I got in, and I came in to teach the second year part to the students. But we just about saturated the job market locally with our graduates. And it's very much a community college. Most of our students want to stay right there in that Tri-County area when they graduate. And because of the fact that we just about saturated the job market, enrollment went down, when the word was out. We're all in the numbers game, and, so they decided to close the program down. So now I'm teaching some math, statistics, biology, chemistry.
I'll be there 12 days in January, and we'll swap off roommates about every week or so. I get a chance to touch base with a lot of folks, so I'll listen.
Yeah, well let me leave you. I got a card here, I got my phone number. If you hear about anything Call me, collect, and let me know. I'll specifically ask you pin there, and I'll put my office phone. They have changed it. You know how the state is. They get a cheaper contract now.
And that's the first time we
Go
did
with the new system.
They had music for the family phone, and they would listen to tapes. And they'd give them handouts.
That's one of those
They listen
things
to it,
now.
they'd give them handouts and everything.
As principal, I have to go about all
So
the
that Mary
ball
Ann and Jenny
games.
have accumulated
We're expected to, but
close to
we're not.
500 tapes.
Kids on a daily basis.
And see, Tom Carter is the only one
It's just not the
of any of
same.
the Bible study teachers that I know of who will not, who will let you copy his tapes.
You can't copy the recent tapes.
No, you can't, well, and, yes, now, they have written permission from Charles Stanley to copy his if you don't sell it. They've got written permission from him.
How
But
it was, used to be
John
president
MacArthur
of
says,
Tech.
out freely, he says, you can copy mine as long as you don't sell them, you just give
Give
them
them to
away,
anybody,
you know. So they have done that, and they have had a set of ministry kind of in the community, you know, they just Xerox tapes, I got a bunch of, they do it all the time.
She's worked
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
they do that.
really,
construction, she
He's
left
such a
that.
good
But he
teacher.
left Martin Tech,
Now,
went
last
into
year, Charles
private
Stanley,
business.
I think it was last year, about this time of year, had a friend, or maybe it was early spring.
Whatever.
And some of our friends from here were
Private,
on that.
private school.
Bill Hayden, our preacher.
Good, good.
I met the president. In fact,
Yeah,
morning interview, when I was down there, there was a
There's a
guy
lady.
that had a JD
His
degree.
name sounds real
It was
familiar.
a dean of school or something. He was in the interview, and the president, and then this guy, Charlie Clark's program. I can't remember what his name was.
Well, seven's early. Seven's very early. My mother and my sister get up to watch at 7, although that's a real sacrifice for them.
And he does the men's prayer meeting.
So you can see me every once in a while.
I am going to then. I'm going to start turning on when he gets up to go to prayer meeting. I'm just going to turn it on and see you.
If they can pick me up. I'm one of the tallest in the choir, so that I'm on the back row, on the
You
far
out there?
left-hand side, and sometimes the camera doesn't pick me up because they kind of take the people in the middle,
Yeah.
more or less, and unless they've shifted the choir around and they need tall people in the middle. They base it on who the soloist is. If the soloist is tall, they start from the tall in the middle and work down. And so that I get to be in the very middle back. But if the soloist is short, then they start short and go like this, and so I'm way at the very end. So I never know, according to the soloist.
Sometimes I'm dog, I don't think it's more interesting that way.
Our church is in the
You get out, you know, what you were doing. Your little coaching, a little this and that, but really get you some credit. Even that public relations, that's if the principal's not there.
Ben's on the Acts Network now.
You know, among other things.
Gets a little, the school gets a little bit larger particularly.
He's on a lot of,
Vast majority.
he's on a lot of independent stations, like that, but he's also on Acts, and PTL, and CBN, all of them, he might be on Turner someplace, it just depends on who will pick him up in what area. They just try to sign a contract with whoever.
Here, we can take.
We could take these tables up.
I got to take a look. Sometime I went on the first trip.
Give y'all the
I never
spread out, centralized.
And so we, and he had either.
And where'd
You gotta do that, don't you?
But we got the Caribbean cruise, but we had to fly far to catch the cruise ship. But, I was kind of nervous about flying. So we decided to go ahead and make our will out, and here we had 5 children on that one. And here yesterday, 6 months old, so it was 10 years ago. And we had Tom's brother.